Hi friends, welcome to KPB Coding Hub. In this video, we are going to explain how increment and decrement operators, in Java are going to work. Just we are going to cover the basic idea how these increment and decrement operators are going to work at the same time. I am going to explain with multiple examples the working nature of these operators. See, as we know that the basic definition itself is telling a very clear clarity, like increment and decrement operators are used to increase or decrease the value of a variable by 1 unit. So these operators are used to decrease, increase or decrease its value by 1 unit. That's all, friends. So what symbol we are using for these? To perform increment operation, the symbol which we are using is plus plus. And to perform decrement operation, the symbol which we are using is minus minus. So we are using plus plus to increase its value by 1 unit. We are using minus minus to decrease the value by 1 unit. Like that, there are two types of operators are there. Fine. Up to this, there is no doubt. Sir, next point here is based on the place of the declaration, these operators are again divided into two types. So like suppose if you take a variable called n, after the variable, if you are using plus plus, then this operator is called as post increment operator. Similarly, in front of variable, we are using any in front of variable, if you are using plus plus, then it is called as pre-increment. So pre-increment operator, like that we have. Similarly, if we are using minus minus after any variable, then it is called as post-decrement operator. If we are using minus minus n, then it is called as what? Pre-decrement operator. Like this, we can use these operators. Sir, don't worry. I am going to explain with the help of multiple examples so that you can able to get more clarity. Let us take one example. Let us take one simple example. So here I'm going to take a Java program where I have a variable is there like a. Its value is nothing but something like I'm taking 5. Now, first I'm trying to print the value of a. We know what is the output that we are going to get for this, which is nothing but what? 5. Because just a variable declaration and we are trying to print that particular value. So the output what we are getting here is 5. Simply it is printing 5. Okay, fine. Now, same variable I want to print after taking a plus plus. So what is the meaning of this? If you see diagrammatically how it is going to work, first it will create a variable. What is the name of the variable? A. The initial value of a is nothing but 5. Like that we have. So first when we are printing, it is printing 5. What is the meaning of a plus plus? I told it is going to increase its value by 1 unit. So it is going to increment its value by 6. After incrementing, what is output that we are expecting? 6. The output of this program is nothing but 5 and 6. Let me check really is 5 and 6 are coming or not. Yes, perfectly we are getting 5 and 6. There is no doubt at all. Perfectly it is working. Okay, fine. The next example which I am taking here is, listen carefully. I will change the value of a from 5 to something like 7. instead of a plus plus, I am taking plus plus a. Then what output we are going to get? Let us recall. Sir, the initial value of this variable is nothing but a 7. First, we are trying to print the value. We will get a 7. What is this plus plus a? It is also used to increase the value by 1 unit. So it will be updated to 8. If you print SOP of a, we are going to get 8. Let me check. You can see perfectly it is working. So whether you are using increment as a pre or post, in this example, the output is the same, sir. Why we are getting same output? Because whenever we are taking increment, pre-increment or post-increment, outside of any expression, like if you are taking an independent statement, almost both are same. So when there will be a change, if you are trying to store it into a variable, or if you are trying to perform outside, inside print statement. So I want to take one example for demonstrating exactly what is the difference between pre and post increment. Let us see. Example number 3. What is this example is? See, I am taking integer a is equal to something like 15. Now, I am taking totally 3 statements, sir. In the first statement, I am trying to print the value of a. What is the initial value? We will get 15. Now, I am taking a plus plus. So what it is going to do? Listen carefully. This is very, very important point. The initial value of a is 15. That's why in the output, the first line what we are getting is 15, sir. After that, a plus plus. So this is the symbol what we have, a plus plus. In this, there are two parts are there. First one is nothing but we are using the variable. Second part is nothing but increment. Sir, which is coming first? Usage of the variable, right? So it will print the value of a. So what output we are getting? 15. That's why in the second line also, the output what we are getting is 15. And please hold on the same line, there is one more instruction. What is this? Plus plus. Already a value is 15. Can you please increment this value by 1 unit so that the output what we are getting is 16, sir. Now, once if you come out, already printing completed, right? Once if you come out from this, what is the value of a that we are going to get? Is it 16 or not? Yes, because the updated value what we have is nothing but what? 16. Like this we have. Now, 15, 15, 16 is the output. Let me compile and check really is it working or not. Are you seeing 15, 15, 16? So because of this a plus plus, the first operation is nothing but we are using the value of a, and after that we are performing increment operation. This is nothing but what we have now. So already we executed the code. I hope the concept is very clear for you. Now I want to take another example in the same style. So what is that example is? Same example I will take. But in the place of a plus plus, I want to take plus plus a. In this case, what output we are going to get, we need to trace out. Listen, what is the initial value of a? It is a 15. Since we are printing a value, we will get 15. Then plus plus a. Here also two instructions are there. This is one instruction. This is another instruction. Which is going to evaluate first? Increment, right? So first it is going to increment its value by 1 unit. 15 is incremented by 1 unit. It will become 16. So now second operation we are printing. What is a value? 16, right? The output will become 16. Then in the next line also, we are trying to print the value of a. What is a value, latest value? 16. We are going to get that output here. Let us compile the code and let us execute and see what will happen. So this is nothing but how increment and decrement operators are going to work. But actually, how we have seen increment operator in the same style only, decrement operator also will be there. But here we performed adding, there we are going to perform subtract operation, except that the concept is the same, right? This is nothing but what is meant by increment and decrement operators. Now, as a part of continuation for this, I need to cover some important conclusions related to this increment and decrement operators. Okay. What is that conclusion is, see carefully. First conclusion, I can say it is note number 1. This operator means this increment and decrement operators are applicable only for integer, comma, floating point and character type of data, and it is not applicable. It is not applicable for Boolean or string, something like that. So I want to demonstrate this also with the help of example. See, I have one integer variable is there, like integer a. Its value is a 10. I have one double variable is there called b. Its value is a 12.54. I have one character variable c is there, which is nothing but something like b. Now, system dot out dot println of a value I am printing followed by some tab space, b value I am printing followed by some tab space, c value I am printing. So what output we are expecting? What is the a value? 10. 10 will come. What is the b value? 12.56 will come. What is the c value? B it is going to print. Now I am taking a plus plus, I am taking b plus plus, I am taking c plus plus. I incremented all these three values. So what is the output that we are going to get? Here it will be 11. Here 13.56. Sir, here I am expecting the value as 99. Why we are going to get 99? I will explain. Let me check first of all. So what is output we are getting? 11. So 13.56 C. Sir, automatically it is typecasting. So the output is nothing but C. Have you observed? Whenever we are adding some value, B is equal to B plus 1, something like that, how B plus plus is going to work? In this case, auto typecasting is going to be performed internally. We are not required to do. That is the reason why it is happening. So happily we can apply this operator for every type of data. Sir, is it applicable for Boolean? Let us take some Boolean variable like Boolean A is equal to I am taking false. So string B is equal to I am taking something like ABC. First, let me increment A value system dot out dot println of A plus plus, whether it is a pre or post. First, let me increment. What output it is telling? We are getting error message, bad operand types for the Boolean, especially for unary operator plus plus. For this, I can't use these plus pluses. Similarly, if I am taking B plus plus, what will happen? Same error we are getting saying bad operand types, bad operand type for the string, especially for unary operator, like that we are getting. This is nothing but how we can able to use this increment and decrement operators. So increment and decrement operators are applicable only for integral type of data. We can't apply these for other types of data like Boolean and string, etc. I hope these conclusions also very clear for everyone. When we are trying to do this operation, we will get these errors, right friends? Next, note number 2. What is the second note here is, which is very, very important. Listen. See, we can't apply these increment and decrement operators, for constant values, means what? See, I have one variable is there like integer a is equal to 10. So I'm going to increment this value. After that, what value we are getting, I want to print. Let us see what output we are going to get. Perfectly, it is going to display an output like 11. Sir, now in front of this integer, I am taking final. What is the meaning of final? If we declare any variable in front of that variable, if you are taking final keyword, please make sure that that variable is a fixed value. We can't able to modify. If you are trying to execute this program, we are getting error message saying cannot assign a value to final variable. This is already final. I can't able to assign a value. Like that, we are getting error, friends. This is nothing but what we have. Sir, even, one second, I will copy paste this. Even if we are trying to take directly also, like SOP of, I am taking 15 plus plus. 15 is a integer literal, right? How you can increment? Unexpected type. So always it is expecting a variable, but which one I got here? Value. So we can't able to do this kind of operation. This is nothing but second note what we have. We can apply this increment and decrement operators only for variables. We can't apply for constant values. So I hope everyone understood what is the point here, right, friends? Now, so I need to take a few more examples how internally this increment and decrement operators are going to work with the help of some examples I want to demonstrate. Let us take 6 examples, sir. What is this example is? I'm taking the combination of some increment and decrement operators. I will take a variable like x is equal to something like 52. Let us take a small number for easy understanding purpose. So let us assume I'm taking an integer value like a 10. 10. Now integer y is equal to, I'm taking some expression like x plus 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 again plus plus x. This is nothing but what we have, and we are trying to print the value of x, okay, the value of y also, and here very important. So I will use this instruction here. Now listen what will happen. So what is the initial value of x? 10. That value it will print on the output. There is no doubt at all. Now there is one variable is there with name x. What is the initial value in the 10? 10. Now we are creating another variable, so which is holding some value. That value we have to evaluate. What is that value, sir? What is the expression? X plus plus. So plus x is there. So first evaluation, right? Increment and decrement operators are having highest priority. That's why the evaluation is going to be done only for increment and decrement operators first. X plus plus. What is the value of x? 10, right? It will substitute. It will substitute that value. Later, that x value is going to be incremented by 1 unit. Okay. First instruction is very clear. Plus, what is the second instruction? Sir, plus plus x. First, its value is going to be incremented. That value will substitute later. So what is this result, sir? 22, right? That 22 is going to be assigned inside y. That's why if you print x value, we will get. What is the latest value of x in this example? 12. What is the latest value of y? 22. Let me check really is this output is coming or not. Let me run this code. What is the output that we are getting? Initial value of x is a 10, latest value of x is a 12, and y value is a 22. Like that, the evaluation is going to be happen. So don't worry, I am taking another 2 or 3 examples to get in detail clarity, sir. In the place of increment operator, if you want, you can take decrement operator also, no problem at all. This is nothing but example number 6. Example number 7 I am taking. What is this next example? Example number 7. Listen carefully, friends. In this example, what I am going to do here is same category. I am taking x is equal to 10 only, or let us change this value to x is equal to 5. Now I will print the value of 5. Initially, we will get 5. Later, I am changing the expression. What is that expression? Is x plus 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 x plus plus again plus x plus plus. This is nothing but one expression. Let us assume this value is nothing but a something like that, or let it be y. So system dot out dot println, I want to print the latest value of x as well as the latest value of y. Let us see the evaluation, how we are going to get this computation. Listen, friends. Now I think you got clarity how it is going to work. Now, what is the initial value of x? Is it 5, right? So in the output, first 5 is going to print. What is the expression that we have? X plus 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 again x plus 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 again x plus plus. So first x value is going to be used. What is the x value? 5. Later that value will be incremented by 1 unit. So in the second x plus plus, it is going to substitute the value. Later that value will be incremented. Then it is going to substitute the value of x. Because all these three are post increment operators, right? That's why. Now after this, again it will be updated with value. So 5 plus 6, 11. So 11 plus 7, which is nothing but 18. So that 18 is going to be assigned to the visor. What is the latest value of x? 8. What is the latest value of y? 18. Like that, increment and decrement operators are going to work. If you want, you can see 8 and then 18. This is the way how internally increment and decrement operators are going to work. So there may be a chance of getting maximum interview questions in this style. Now I am giving some assignments. Try to implement this by your own, sir. Okay. Now, so I am taking some assignment like maybe integer x is equal to, let us consider 10. Try to evaluate some values like integer a is equal to x plus 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 x plus 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 x plus plus. Try this. And integer b is equal to x plus 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 x plus 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 x. Then integer c is equal to x plus plus x plus x, like that. Integer d is equal to plus x x x, like this. Try. Integer e is equal to, so plus x plus x. Like this, try to do combination of multiplication operator, subtraction operator, like that. Practice multiple examples so that you will become expert in increment and decrement operators. This is very, very important question in the interviews. There may be a chance of getting these kind of questions. Okay. So try to watch this video minimum 2 times so that you can get more clarity. Close the book and practice the programs. Right, friends? Thank you.